AI eggs deck? Interesting. Marvel into Scapeshift? That would be really interesting. Marveling into Scapeshift. Eggs. I'm curious about something like that. It might be something to make the eggs deck more powerful again. Which would be terrible, because nobody wants that. I don't think I ever want that deck to come back. I never even played against that deck in its real form, and I don't want it to come back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have Alex Cash-like Stratton on camera. Nick Kent is on the Grixis Emerge deck. Pretty standard list. It looks like he made some modifications to the creature base. I don't see any of the Crypt Breaker. I see one less Insolent Neonate. I think we got more basic lands in the deck as well. And we have the Minister of Inquiries. So the Minister of Inquiries is a 1 mana, I believe 2/1, that generates 2 energy when it enters the battlefield. And you can tap it to mill 2 cards from a library. So you're allowed to target yourself and start milling things in your graveyard, which is great. It takes place of the Perpetual Time Police, and it's a creature that can block some of the white-red vehicles creatures as well, which is really, really important. These two players are both 2-0. We're sorry, everyone. We decided we want the Aetherworks Marvel deck on camera, and we know Stratton is playing it. He's playing the exact Oliver TU list from the Pro Tour. So we know Alex is going to be doing good things. Oh, it mills 3. Okay.
I want to see Stratton turn 4 a Marvel here.
That would be pretty fantastic.
Let's live the dream one
We
time
got a
on
turn
stream.
1 Vessel right now.
They can get any permanent, right? It can get the Marvel?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, Crane coming down. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, are we whiffing? No, we didn't whiff.
No,
got
we
a
hit
puzzle
the,
knot.
the puzzle knot,
Okay.
which is going to be...
You know, well, I've been surprised, but this puzzle knot almost might be better than the other one. Sometimes the gaining the 6 life gives you just that 1 extra turn to be able to resolve your big spell. I think even the Colossus deck
plays
was
the
playing
green
it just
puzzle knot?
yeah, just
Okay.
to gain the life. All right, so we got a Scrounger from Nick. And Alex is going to go ahead and play that puzzle knot and gain a couple life.
Do we get through with the Crane?
Uh,
I don't know if we block. Maybe we
it's
block?
a gain 3. I mean, the card has no use either way, kind of.
Yeah. And we still have to win the game via roughly damage.
You do win through damage, sure.
I think we have 2 Umags in hand.
Does he? That is unfortunate. But, I mean, as we
rough.
mentioned, you can always pitch him with Cathartic Union, but
Yeah.
it does lower your chances of when you do find a Marvel to actually hit a good spell.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to draw 3 cards with the thought that more Ulamags are going to be in my deck.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure.
You know, I personally haven't played this deck yet. It's one
Yeah.
that's on my, you know, I would like to try it, but...
Yeah, Nick looks like
Yeah,
he's off to a rather slow start for what he's doing.
It is a slow start.
And that's pretty decent for Stratton. You know, Stratton would like him to have a slow start, because Stratton himself is on a bit of an awkward start with 2 Ulamags in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also a lot of what Nick does in the main deck. Some of this stuff just doesn't affect Alex at all. Like Kozilek's Return, that kind of shenanigans. It just does not do anything really in this matchup.
Yeah. I like that addition. I like the Aether Hub in this 3-color deck.
Oh, absolutely. Aether Hub is definitely good in this. Well, that's you know, doubled the clock. And we're going to go ahead and gain another 3. Up to 6 energy, so... Now we're just looking for that Marvel. Does he have it? He does have it, it looks
Okay.
like. Awesome, alright.
Have it, tap it,
Go for it.
use all the energy. 1, 2, 3.
There's
4,
Emrakul. Told you
5,
it always hits.
6.
Always gonna hit. Never don't hit. Alright, so Nick will be having what I would expect to be a poor next turn.
I'm not sure if I want to chump block the scrap heaps if I'm Alex here.
Well, no, here not yet, because we're gonna kill one of them. Alex is gonna get to wreck him pretty hard, presumably.
So, but if we kill the scrap heaps, he's got the ability to bring back the scrap heap and the prize amalgam and keep attacking.
You know, right now okay, actually, there's a pretty. We're gonna
Emerge the
emerge
Elder Deep
and
Fiend
bring out.
Kozilek's return?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's not amazing. I've seen much more devastating turns, but it's still quite good. And is he going to trigger the return? I guess at this point you don't need to.
He got the scroungers
Never
off
mind.
the
Yeah, he
floor
got
already.
both of them. Yep.
But like the fact that he's got it in his hand now, I think is great.
And now there won't be the blowout turn where he gets to tap Alex out.
Yeah. So I guess one misplay Alex committed there is to not play the Evolving Wilds.
And fetch and not and
Yeah,
just
fetch
fail
and
to
miss.
find.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep, that was the only thing he missed. It looked like.
Because that's just -1 cards in Kent's hand, which is
Yeah,
less
card
chance of him being able to recur the Haunted Dead.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter
times.
the card in their deck; it's just card quantity. So
Yeah.
sure. And now Alex is basically all he's looking for is more puzzle knots, and he'll just be able to, one green puzzle knot and a mana. He'll be able to go spin it again, and
I don't think
he's
he
got
needs a
vessel.
mana.
Puzzle knot is
2 to
two
cast,
and then
3
three
to
to sack. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
so
right,
he only
you're right.
needs 5.
Yep. So now just one more puzzle knot, even sacking the vessel gets him very close to that. So
Yep.
I'd say if the first Marvel Works doesn't win, the second one almost 100% does. And we've just got a 2-turn clock as it is with Emrakul here.
Yeah, it stinks that the Crane didn't do a few more points of damage because if
Kent just
Kent was
passing
at
back
14.
makes me think maybe he had drawn another
I
maybe another Deep Fiend, or maybe he just actually has no plays. Because he could have, I guess, cast the Haunted. I guess what is casting Haunted?
we got a
doing
Glass Blowers puzzle knot on that one.
Here? That one adds 2 energy, correct?
Yes, 2 energy and scries 2.
Yep. But we got the energy from the vessel hitting the graveyard.
Yep. I think I like leaving back the Guiltness Crane at this point.
You might as well. Gain 5 seems pretty relevant here.
Yeah, gain 5 plus it gets you energy.
Oh, and there's another Emrakul?
Yeah,
You
you
leave
just
that
put
as
both that back on top.
You put that as the second card, I think.
Yep.
As long as he has ways to, and a contingency plan. Wait. What is he?
He's topping the Emrakul.
No, it's a scry. Yeah, he showed him. He thought it was a rummage. It was a scry.
Because it was contingency plan.
Oh, he scried and then plays contingency plan. Okay.
Well, he initially put the scry in the graveyard like he was not supposed to. But what ended up happening is, I think because he had the contingency plan in his hand, he thought that's what he was going to do with the cards off the top of the library.
Yep. Just, he's a judge. He just made a minor mistake there. Nothing, contingency plan, sure, on its own rate's not a great card, but being able to set up your draws for this deck,
Yeah, it's very important.
it's important. I think that it does its job in this deck. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring back a Scrounger,
Yep.
triggering the Amalgam end of turn. But as grindy and long game centric as Nick's engine is, it's just not gonna beat a turn 4 Emrakul.
What do we feel about like a turn 7 Emrakul following that?
Yeah, I mean,
2 Emrakuls seems
the
alright.
second Emrakul is tough also, especially. I mean, Alex, we need to deal with this one first because it has trample.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Nick is going to need to find running Deep Fiends, I think.
Yeah, I guess we have Wretched Griff to help us dig a little deeper.
You have Wretched Griff to dig deeper. Yeah. Not enough toughness to prevent the lethal swing, though.
Yep.
All right, so Alex is going to take 6 here.
Go to 14. I can see a world where we emerge the Deep Fiend to draw a card because it only costs us a single mana.
Yeah, I think you got to do that.
Maybe, you might go for
Cathartic
Reunion?
Reunion is good, too. Sure, that digs you deeper.
Yeah. Get a
And we're
Haunted
going to
Dead
leave.
in the land.
Yep. Like Amalgam Land and...
Is that a Deep Fiend?
That might be
that
the
last card?
Minister. I'm not sure if he plays that card.
He does.
Okay, that was the Minister then. Yeah, I think. Oh, okay, we got to go for another one. He will have enough mana, assuming he finds it.
So you got rid of the Minister and Enterprise Amalgam?
Oh, he's slow rolling us. I couldn't get a glimpse, but he didn't find it. So, on to game 2. Let's take a look at these sideboards, shall we? So, do you think Alex brings in Ceremonious Rejection just because Deep Fiend is maybe the one way that his opponent gets ahead of him? I'm going to lean towards no, but I could see it.
So,
because it also counters Wretched Griff.
Yeah, I
not
like
great.
it looking at Nick's sideboard because he's got 2 Descended Mindbenders in the sideboard.
Okay.
Mindbender's pretty good against a deck like this. So,
Do you
I
want-
like it, but I don't think I'm bringing it in without that knowledge.
Sure. Then I think out of this, maybe the extra Kozilek's return.
No, that's actual Kozilek, isn't
Oh,
it?
that is Kozilek. You're right. I wonder where you bring that in. Interesting.
I probably like a grindier matchup where you want to draw your hand
Yeah.
back.
Probably not here, though. I could almost see Alex just running this back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe Aether Meltdown. Aether Meltdown's a really
It's
good
okay.
way
Sure.
to
It also gives you
mitigate
energy.
a lot of the recursive threats.
Yep.
But yeah, no,
Yeah, I
out
think
of,
Alex. This deck, you don't want to sideboard too much.
Yeah.
It's got a really straightforward game plan.
out of Nick, we have 2 Descended Mindbenders that I definitely like. I like the Ceremonious Rejections a lot from Nick. He's kind of a
absolutely.
lot more things.
Yeah, I mean, out of Alex's deck, that's the card. That is the card. Like,
Yeah, and that's really it. You know, just the 2
Maybe
pseudo
Mindbender,
discard spells.
maybe.
No, definitely. I
Okay,
want the
definitely.
Mindbenders.
Okay.
I want the Mindbenders and I want the Ceremonious Rejections.
Yep.
You know, discard spell and counter spells backed up by a lot of recursive threats are very good.
And then we'll get the Kozilek's returns out because those are
Yeah.
garbage. Yeah, that seems like a pretty clean swap there. But yeah, I mean, I still think Alex is incredibly favored. He needs to find. Well,
Yeah, he
I mean,
just-
I guess it depends. If Ceremonious Rejection comes into play from Nick here, then he definitely has the pressure to back it up. But otherwise,
I think Alex again favored, but I think if Nick has a very good draw, he can get out of the gates really early and he can start keep up the tempo like you need to.
definitely.
And if Alex stumbles at all too much, then we could have a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, that is the one thing about the Marvel deck. It plays a lot of stinkers, some
Yep.
do-nothing cards, and it does. I've noticed it does mulligan considerably. But
Yep.
that said, if you just find your Marvel in a couple puzzle lots, it doesn't matter that you mulliganed.
Yeah, as we saw, Alex had a turn 5 Marvel.
I think it was turn 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it was
five.
turn 4.
No,
turn
he
4.
played the Botanical Sanctum tapped.
Oh, you're
so
right.
it was a turn
yeah,
5,
turn 5.
and deck was still very, very good. So I think I still think even though we have 3 color control decks, I still think they're fairly fast decks.
They are.
We still have giant 5/6s that are come battling, and those end the game fairly quickly. Max, you look 40, love Paul.
Well, thank you. I'm actually 45, so.
That's good.
Yeah,
well,
good
dude,
for
you look
45,
great.
thanks.
Wow. I'm glad you can join us. You get wife,
And
kids.
you're 16.
Yeah. Oh, I feel about that. Kind of sad about that. But
Yeah, I had to drive him here. He doesn't have his license yet.
yeah, it was terrible. I had to walk all the way to meet him too because I don't have my license. But yeah, so someone in chat says they play the Jeskai Flash that Hooglin played.
I was not a huge fan of that deck.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. And someone else in the chat said playing the 2-drop spirits feels bad, and that's I think where I dislike the deck the most is the ridiculous 2-drop spirits.
All right, so game 2 is about to start here.
Okay.
So everybody in chat, what is your favorite deck of this format? And what's the new thing to gripe about? What can us Magic players? Is it going to be Marvel? Is Marvel a new Coco? Is everybody going to be sad until that card rotates? Looks... they're deciding on their keeps here. Yep, they both kept. Turn 1 Minister from Nick. This card is the one that mills to, I believe. Using its energy. And Alex is just going to lead with an Attune with Aether, grabbing an island, passing it back. Yeah, that Shota's Grixis control is very cool. I like that he played Thing on the Ice. It's a very unique deck, and probably not the easiest to play. Seems like very up his alley, but it is a very cool deck for sure. Yep, so Nick just leads off with milling a couple cards. Does mill part of his engine, which is nice for him. Getting an Amalgam and a Haunted Dead. That's just about the perfects, I would say, that you could ask to mill. Alex going to play the island that we know about and go ahead and lead off with a Puzzle Knot, getting a couple energy, couple life. Passing it on back. Nick's going to go ahead, pitch Haunted Dead, and Aether Hub, bringing back Haunted Dead, getting a Spirit, end of turn getting the Amalgam. And yeah, just like that, we've got a pretty reasonable clock. See, sequences like this were like, it doesn't even remind me of Standard. Just all of a sudden on turn 3, we're already attacking with 6 power. He could have had 7 if he would like. But he's going to use that to continue to mill, and now comes down to Scrounger. So yeah, this deck can turn the corner really quick. This is one of its more aggressive draws, and unless Alex has the turn for Aetherworks, I certainly could see this game going in Nick's favor. Nick continues to mill. I believe he's out of his energy supply. I think Minister only gives 2, but I could be wrong about that. I can't see his counter quite well. Yeah, now we're just coming in with everybody. So Alex is going to be able to gain 3 off the Puzzle Knot, but he's taking a big hit here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's going to be at 10 now. And yeah, I'm going to put him on needing... Yeah, I'm going to put him on needing Aetherworks and a good hit. He has Aetherworks. Nobody never doesn't have it. Let's see if he hits the Emrakul. Last card. And he whiffed all lands, I think. I mean, he's got a Puzzle Knot, but that's game. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hit, but it's not going to do it. That was a very aggressive draw from Nick, and as I mentioned, that almost didn't look like Standard there.
Yeah.
Just on turn 2, being able to pitch a couple cards for getting back a Haunted Dead, getting an Amalgam. And,
Yep. No, like we said, an aggressive start out of Nick and a little bit of stumbling out of Alex.
Alex didn't even really stumble there. It's just that Nick had his perfects, basically. Alex even gained 6 life that game from the Puzzle Knot, so...
That's really good.
Yeah. That was maybe turn 5 out of Nick and dealing 26 damage, so... Alex whiffed. That will happen, but...
Yeah. Well, we got like 8 solid targets in a 60-card deck.
And no, by that point in the game, turn 4, you're going to have 49 cards, right?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit less than that.
If you fetch with a tune, so maybe 47 cards.
Yeah, there's like fetches with a tune,
scries,
scries out of the glass.
If we have MTG bot, I don't know if we do.
We have Nightbot?
Well, there's a cool feature you can do the calculation there, but
okay.
I would actually be interested in seeing what the percentage is.
Yeah. Scries from the glass Puzzle Knot can definitely increase our percentages of hitting the cards that we need. Cards in hand can hurt us a little bit too. If we have Ulamogs, Emrakuls in hand, that'll be a little painful.
Yeah, these games are blisteringly fast though. It's just like,
yeah.
Don't click those links here. But yeah, like these are the 2 kind of go big decks in the format, and both games were ended on turn 5 basically. So that's kind of the nature of this format. It seems like. Yeah, that's the odds. 48, 8, 1, 1. But it looks like we don't have... Oh, we do, yeah. All right, so is that actually right?
One or more of 8 cards from one draw in a 48 card. So I
No,
guess
but you get 6
it's
looks.
6 draws, right?
You get 6 draws, yeah. So
Okay.
that's the wrong odds there.
Yeah. Let's see.
How much is it? $20?
$20.
Yeah. For those of you saying $2 in chat, it is actually $20 in Star City.
Missed the 0. Decimal points in the wrong place.
Yeah. It's probably an artificially inflated number, but the card is still gonna be.
Torrential Gear Hook is also $20.
Yeah, Gear Hulk doubled in price too. All right, we're shuffling up for game number 3 here.
Stratton being on the play is gonna be huge. We're gonna be able to get our tunes and our puzzle knots
It's
down
70%.
much
Somebody
faster.
says. Yeah,
It's
almost
like
70%.
70?
So that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
That's assuming you haven't drawn one.
Yeah.
But that's very even drawing 1, 7. So that's probably 60% if you've drawn 1. So now they just need to print us Brainstorm so we can put them back on top, right? That would just make the deck fair
Yeah.
and balanced.
Brainstorm's
cool.
fine. It's not
Yeah,
that,
we don't have
it's not that
fetch lands
good.
anymore. It's fine.
Got Evolving Wilds, I guess.
E-Wilds is great. All right, looks like Alex has kept and Nick is on a mulligan. That is another thing. Both of the it seems like a lot of decks in this format. I've noticed. Maybe I'm just incredibly unlucky. They seem to mulligan more than usual in Standard because everything has their kind of linear game plan, and it's
Yeah.
like you can't just keep any hand that 2 creatures, whatever.
Yeah, I think the only deck I could say that's got to be a higher consistency in keeping, it's gonna be like the Black Green
The Black
Delirium
Greens, yeah,
decks.
sure. Those are
Because like a lot of their cards do really the same thing.
yes.
You just need 2 lands.
Yep. All right, so Nick, gonna take a look at his 6 here. Oh, very quickly. So either no lands, all lands.
That's tough.
Yeah, going to 5 against Alex's deck on a Snap 7 is not going to be a great feeling. I see Alex does have Aetherworks and Aether Marble. Or Aether, Attune with Aether rather. So he at
Yep.
least has mana and energy. So. All right, guys, take it easy with the MTG bot on fake odds. What is that even odds for?
375.
Odds that is that the odds that you won't get banned?
Ooh. Yeah, I can get behind that actually. I think the mulligans are more common when the format's this fast.
Absolutely.
Because you have a lot less time to be like, I'm missing 1 card. If I can just draw this 1 card, we'll be okay. We can't really have that because it's like, well, if he goes this, this, and this, which is pretty consistent draws out of a lot of decks, then I'm dead.
I will say though, a lot of these decks with their plan, sometimes the mulligans to 5 are fine. I was
Yeah.
playing that the Pummeler deck. Mulls to 5 were fine for me.
Yep.
I just had my 3 cards I needed, and bam, there we go. So yeah, Alex just going ahead, leading off with the Sanctum, tuning with Aether and grabbing Forest, get a couple energy in the process, and Turbo Minister from Nick. This is a great way to get his energy started.
Yeah, both leading off with 1 mana plays, which is great.
So Alex gets to scry, make sure he's not drawing any more big hulks.
Like
He
we
already
have
has
a
2.
land and a puzzle. We have 2 Umags in hand
No, is
again.
it just, yeah, it is 2. It is 2. Yeah.
We have the Marvel in hand too.
We
if
do have the Marvel.
Yeah, so if we can make sure we hit that 4th land, we're good. And it looks like he kept both on top, which was Land Wood Weaver's Puzzle Knot.
Yep. Basically, get him up to the requisite amount.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead
We're
and
gonna
mill
mill
over.
3.
We got the scrap heap, but nothing.
A Reunion
No
and a
amalgam to come
Retrogriff.
back, yeah.
Okay. Retrogriff's fine in the graveyard as it is because it allows us to get back our scrap heap.
Yep.
But again, if that Reunion was a prize amalgam, then we're churning on all cylinders right now.
All right, so we're gonna get the engine
rid of
even deeper online
Haunted
here.
Dead and instantly neonate.
Now we just need to find some amalgams, and then Nick
Yeah.
could very easily be online here.
Yeah. I don't know if we can get online fast enough to stop Stratton's draw at this point.
The energy tokens are actually now in booster packs. It was only the first print run that they.
Yeah, the
Wizards had
pre-release
missed.
wouldn't have him.
So these are actually just Wizards-based tokens.
So like, Stratton's probably just going to sacrifice the puzzle knot to scry.
Yep, scry
Make sure
2 more.
we don't have any big dumb threats on top that we can draw.
Or it'd be fine to have it as the second card down.
Yeah.
Just as long as he's not the card he's drawing. Also, it's popular for people to be using the Pokemon energy counters. I've seen that going around.
Yeah, dude, the lightning bolt.
Yeah, that's the perfect one.
My buddy
Almost-
likes the dark and the steel as well.
Okay.
Which are applicable. They're nice.
Nick with just a tap land, so he won't be able to get too explosive here, as he is out of energy, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can't mill ourselves anymore. So we got to
Yeah,
get
so-
in with a squire.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Pop the knot. Go to 6 energy. We hit the perfect amount.
All right, whatever. They just said they can hear it. So whatever. All right, here comes Alex dropping the marble with 6 mana. Do we have the Ceremonious Rejection? No, it resolves. Alex was ready to put it in the graveyard, but here we go. Spinning 6. And we hit an Ulamog, so, I mean, double Stone Ring an opponent who's already mana screwed.
Yeah.
That's going to be basically game. Yeah. Nick wasn't dead on the table, but there's no way to come back from that.
Yeah. We still have a 10-10 that's going to attack us twice. And exile 20 cards, so not helping the engine at all.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this deck, when it works, it's amazing. It seems like it.
It's kind of like the Summoner's Trap style. Like, I guess we're going to say Collected Company, but Collected Company was a bit better.
Yeah, I mean,
at what it did.
Well, I think that Company of Last Standard versus this deck, I think this deck's winning probably. You need the Queller
So, like,
for
in the
marble.
straight up or in, like, the percentage to hit chance?
I'm talking straight up.
Okay. I can
I
probably
don't
get
know.
behind
I don't
that.
know. I mean, this deck just has such a ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm talking
When
more
it
the
hits, it's
percentage
so-
to hit on the activated abilities that we're looking at. Like
Yeah, sure.
Collected
Company
Company
was gonna
versus the
hit-
Marvel.
yeah,
Company's
Company's
going to
gonna
hit infinitely more consistently because we built our
Yeah.
deck full of things to
Sure.
hit with.
I mean, we did the math though. So if you haven't drawn one, 70% is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we're going to get a quick chat with Alex Stratton in the booth here, and then probably try to get another match, as that was very quick.
Yeah.
Yep, so we'll be in here in a minute. No yoga ball today, P-Shot is. We are on convention center chairs, very comfortable. Holiday Inn.
Pretty solid.
You know, I actually don't know how to play
equipment, I'd say.
Magic, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express tonight, so there we go.
That's all we need.
That's all you need.
That's why we hired you. Play Spell Queller deck. I eat your Marvel all day. That's actually probably really good against a Marvel deck, right?
It's reasonable. I mean,
They
there are
don't have
spell
like
color
any
decks, yeah.
removal spells.
Do they? They have
The Marvel deck.
Well, they have Kozilek's Return, then you can trigger it, but that's not that easiest
Yeah, but
to
we
do.
don't have that many ways of actually casting the spells
exactly.
outside
You
of the
don't
Marvel.
have the greatest ways to
So
cast
if you
it.
hit the Marvel with the Spell Queller, then you're not getting very far.
Yep, agreed.
Marvel plays negates in the sideboard. I play Marvel with 8 main deck counter spells.
You play Marvel with 8 mana. That's a lot of counters.
That is.
Yeah, Alex's is more in on not trying to interact at all.
Yeah, just
literal no
combo
interaction,
kill.
I think, other than Kozilek's Return. Oh, and it has the 2 attunement or Aether Meltdown. 2 Aether Meltdown in their main deck. That was
Okay,
their
2 in the
innovation.
main, 2 in the side.
So
Okay.
2 pseudo removal spells. At least it's a fog, not a. I mean, removing a creature doesn't actually matter when you're playing
Yeah.
Evercool, and getting the energy is actually super helpful.
And it's another permanent that can go to the graveyard and add more energy with the Marvel itself.
Absolutely.
I guess we're still waiting on Catch Like Stratton. Hopefully he's on his way.
Looks like maybe not. Now here he is.
There we go.
People of Kaladesh, whether you hail from distant fields or greenbelt towns or from our great city centers, this is your time. The Kaladesh Inventors Fair invites you, our best and brightest, to share your ingenuity with the world. As an official entrant, you may fuel your creativity with unrestricted ether access. Demonstrate that you can channel the ether into bold new creations. Showcase your ideas, your inventions, your genius. In this time when anything is buildable, you can invent